Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm Gamesplaining Metro. So, it's been a year since I did my original Gamesplanation of Metro. What do I think of it? Do I still like it? Have I even played it? Well, I have played it once. It got played early in the year. I think it was back in January. I don't even remember why it got played, but it got played and I'm really happy that it got played. This is one of those games that it's quite old now. It has the Spiel label of 2000, so it came out, 99, 2000, somewhere in that ballpark. The thing about this game is that you are getting most of your points on someone else's turn. As a general rule, it's very rare to get points on your own turn. Why is that? Because you are creating a rail line, and when that rail line comes to an end, then you take the points for that particular rail line. So what that means is that in order to stop people from getting heaps of points, you want to try and make them get less points. And so you put a card in, you can put a card in anywhere, you put a card in that will stop someone else's rail from getting long. Or you put in a card that will make your rail long. If you're playing really well, you'll put in a card that does both things at the same time. And that's really the game. It's just, I've got a card, I need to put that in. There's not a whole bunch to it. But what ends up happening is, especially as we get further into the game, there's a heck of a lot of thinking goes on with, oh, if I put this here, that'll go there and it'll get me to here and here. And what you're really aiming for is the center of the board. Because honestly, the center of the board is where the points are at. But you'll find that that gets cut off very quickly. So if you've got a line that's going towards the center of the board, someone's going to come in and turn you somewhere else so you don't get that spot that you're hoping for. There's a real thinking on it. There's a real finicky, oh, I don't know where I'm going to go. And what I find is that each person can actually end up taking quite a lot of time on their turn. That's not necessarily the best thing. However, this game isn't super long, so it doesn't matter as much. And the other thing that we've got to be very aware of is this is one of those games where it's possible to have all of your rail system blocked out so you can't do anything. So what ends up happening with this game is that it's possible for you to get locked out of your building railways, and so you spend the end of the game just trying to stop other people from getting heaps of points. You find that I found that there's a thing at the table then where the people who still have rails going are always saying, no, you should put it over there because that's going to happen, in order to save their own rail line. It's a funky little mechanism on it, I guess. I haven't found within modern gaming, so let's advance 20 years, there's very few games that run this way, that you kind of, I'm done, I've got all the points I'm going to get, I just need to now stop other people who are still in the game from getting those same points, or from them getting more points. It feels a little bit in your face if you're someone who much prefers to play alongside someone, or yes, you're playing against them, but you're not necessarily playing attacky, is probably the best word for it. This isn't probably the game for you. This is a far more attacky game than you expect, because at some point you have to divert someone's rail. You have to, otherwise you are not going to win. You have no way of winning without stopping other people from putting extra points onto their rails. It's an interesting thing. I've found that gaming has advanced substantially since this one came out. But you can still pick up a copy of it, you can still play it. It's not a bad game if you've got a larger group at a table, so it plays up to the 6. If you've got larger group, it might be worthwhile one to pull out, simply to keep things moving along with a 6-player game, and everyone will have some fun, and it'll happen, and it'll be done relatively quickly. I don't know if this is amongst my favourite games, but I don't hate it. But I dislike having to attack the other players at the table. I'd much prefer to play my game to the best of my ability. And if my actions happen to get in the way of their actions, then so be it. But for me to actually do an action that stops someone else from doing something, that I'm not a huge fan of. And I've found that this game, you tend to end up doing that a lot without necessarily needing to or wanting to. If you have played Metro before, and you disagree with what I'm saying, please write below. Comment below, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm very interested to hear the thoughts of other players. If you haven't come across it before, please watch my Gamesplained Gamesplanation, which will be linked at the end of this video, so you can get a feel for it. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplaned, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the Gamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.